Hey guys, so I'm not here today. I want you to pay attention to this video because I'm going to go over the assignment that you're going to do today in class with the sub in groups. Okay, so this is about creating an effective thesis statement and evaluating thesis statements. And then that's all we're going to do today. Topic sentences we'll save for later. So you can read over what a thesis statement is, okay? But then you can skip some of this because this applies to a different assignment that we didn't do. So skip over to page 2. And then page 2, go ahead and read this information in the gray box about the subject being abstract, what your opinion of that subject is, and then the concrete elements. So make sure that you pay attention to this because these 3 things you're going to be using in the activity. So down here it says here's a sample prompt for which you might have a thesis statement. These here in the box where it says read the passage carefully, there is no real passage for you to read. This is just how it looks on a real test. So what you're given is the prompt. So there is no passage to go with it. So you're given a prompt about what to write about, and then they're going to give you a thesis statement. Okay? So what that means is that if you look, here is a sample prompt for which you might write a thesis statement. Read the passage carefully. In a well-written essay, explain how the author uses imagery, figurative language, and details to characterize Scrooge. Okay? Notice there is no passage. There is no passage for you to read. And then it gives you a thesis statement based on that prompt. So in A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, the author uses many different types of figurative language to characterize Scrooge. So that would be the thesis statement that they would give in this question. Explain how the author uses imagery, figurative language, and details to characterize Scrooge. So notice that when you have these prompts like this, there's no actual prose or poem for you to read. So the activity begins on page 3. So turn to page 3 in this packet right here. And then take a look at activity 1, the evaluation of a thesis statement. Poetry prompt. Read the following poem carefully. There is no poem for you to read carefully. This is just the prompt that you might see on a test. In a well-organized essay, analyze how the speaker uses literary techniques to reveal his attitude towards the subject of the poem. Okay? Hopefully you're following along with me. I'm in the middle of page 3. So then here in Holy Sonnet 10, Donne's use of personification and mocking comparisons clearly reveal his disdain, his disdainful attitude towards death. This is the thesis statement that you have to evaluate based on the prompt that was given to you in the box. And then you answer questions 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So you're going to do that for each of these as you go through. So on page 5, you're going to write a literary analysis thesis statement. So there is a poem here for you to read, and there's questions for you to answer about that poem. And it's going to talk about literary devices. It's going to talk about sound devices and imagery. So follow along with the poem, follow along with the questions, fill in the blanks. You are actually going to stop on page 6 where it says topic sentence. Okay, so stop there. And then if you finish with that and there's time left over, you need to book club. You can do one of the topic sentences for your reader responses from the topic notebooks. Or you can also do weekly reader number 3, which is due Tuesday night at midnight. So when you see this, that is today. Okay? If you have questions, you can send me a remind. Otherwise, I will see you on Wednesday. Please be awesome. Remember that we have a guest in our classroom and we want to treat our guest with respect. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.